for a minute, but family strict. So I get days. I just wanted to jump on Facebook Live and just talk about some things real quick. There's a lot going on, especially with the Tyree Nichols situation. I want to give my condolences to his family. Um, Ricky Smiley lost his son. I want to give my condolences to Ricky Smiley. Hey, Miss Queen. But I made a video, but in that video, I disclosed some information. What up, Liz? I disclosed some information, and one of my elders, um, told me best if I edited out. So respect for the elder, respect for myself. I didn't plan on posting it, but what up, Perk? But I just wanted to speak on a couple of these things real quick. So it's this, it people, we all get different experiences, and we a lot of times we equate our own personal experiences to other people's experiences. And just speaking for myself, not anybody else, but watching that young man get beat, it did something to me. It made me angry, made me sad. It hurt me. I'm a parent. I couldn't imagine. I'm a father too. He had a kid. And this wasn't some gangbanger. This wasn't some drug dealer. This was a man who paid his taxes, went to work, enjoyed the little things that life had to offer. And that just showed me no one, everyone. This can happen to any of us. You And this is just my opinion, but the people we got in charge, they've been felons for a long period of time. They felon us. There ain't no way this man should have been beat like that. And then to put it on TV, like that, I understand we all want to see what happened, but at the end of the day, we don't need to see all that. We really don't. Because it do something to us. And I'm just being raw right now. No other race on this planet has to see people that look like them get beat like that on national TV. No other race has to see that. But for some reason, they keep showing us that. And that shit makes me mad. It really upset, you know. And it just shows you that we're not valued. I'm sorry. We're not valued. They won't show no other race because the people, their people want their people won't allow them to show that. But for some reason, they can't show us like that. And it's not just police brutality. We can sit here and talk about police brutality all day, but it's just brutality, period. We are fucking evil as people on this fucking planet. We do some of the most despicable things to each other. And not just black people. You can go over into third world countries and see how these people treated too. Human beings are a gift from the creator. We all are. No matter what your race, religion, look, life is a gift. And to take someone's life, to take someone's life out of necessity, I understand, out of defense for yourself, but just to do it because you hold more power, more authority over a person, and you want to play God and take their life, that you can't convince me them five cops intended for that man to make it to the hospital or home that night. You can't convince me of that. My mic messed up. Hold on, let me turn my Bluetooth off.
Is that better? I'm on my phone. I'm sitting in the car. So I apologize for the audio. But there ain't no way you can convince me they intended that man to make it home. You can't convince me of that. The way they beat that man, dude was 140, 150 pounds. Y'all lining him up with blows to the head with feet, bro. I train in martial arts. And when I seen the way he lined him up and kicked him in the head repeatedly, ain't no way you intended for that man to make it to jail, the hospital, or home. That was a death sentence. They intended when they caught up to him, even when they pulled him over, they didn't even ask him for license or registration. They straight tried to snatch him out the car. It's hard for me to believe that they intended to do anything but what they did. And it's even sicker than that. It's 5 black men who beat him like that. 5 black men. You know, if we don't care about one another, why do we expect anybody else to care about us? If we can't show each other compassion, well, why do we expect anybody else to? These people have failed it. So, in my opinion, it's just, I can only speak for me. But I'll tell you this, if that was my brother, my cousin, somebody I knew, that wouldn't have happened. Not like that. You know, we watch people abuse one another and we sit back because it's not happening to us. But eventually it will. You know, this man wasn't no criminal. He was a regular dude with a 9 to 5 working. He ain't deserved that. Yeah, you can put that on the porch. Thank you. He ain't deserved that. He ain't deserved it. You know, and we got that, and then we got, I don't know all the details about, Ricky Smiley's son, but um, I just watched, his reaction to the Tyree Nichols situation, and then a day later, he loses his son. You know, life is precious. Not only if it's precious, it's short. Life is short. Life is short. So instead of us trying to find ways to dominate one another, let's find ways to enjoy it. And many of us do. Many of us, even the people in this circle, we support one another. No matter what type of content it is, we support one another. And hopefully we'll rub off on other people. But even coming on this app sometimes is sickening, because that's all you see is people attacking each other, beating each other down because they got different beliefs, different ideas, different perceptions on how life should live. We ain't learned. It's 2023. We still doing shit that they did in the Middle Ages to one another. People say they believe in God, and then they turn around and go against everything that's in the book. Honestly, before I had kids, I didn't really care. Hey, Scorp, I didn't even see you. Scorp don't like most black folks. I mean, but if we truly believe in a higher power, we got to start doing better. We got to. Even if you don't believe in a higher power. I mean, what? And I understand a lot of people. Uh, me personally, even me. I've been through things and went through things. I got a lot of hurt. I got pain. You know, but what I do is I self reflect. I do. I self reflect. There's not enough of that that's done. We all run around and we try to do our best to be happy, but a lot of us suffer from things that happened in our past, childhood trauma, teenage trauma, adult trauma. A lot of us been hurt and beat down. We got to heal from that, and we got to stop putting more trauma on one another. It's not hard to just stay away from people that you don't agree with. It's not hard. That's because you don't agree with somebody. You ain't got to beat them down. You don't. You don't have to beat no one down. I don't understand what gratification we get out of putting one another down. You know, like I said, even on this app gives us the opportunity to connect with one another. And doing that, we can help one another. We can build one another up. But we don't do that. We tear each other down. People wait for opportunities for something to happen to somebody just to tear them down, not to help them, not to build them up. Me personally, I try not to speak on things if I can't help a situation. And the messed up part is a lot of the people that's trying to tear other people down, they like fucked up too. And the only thing I can get from that is like, do that make you feel a little better because somebody else got some shit going on? Now you can, as Perp say, throw your trauma balls onto them. Nate, what up? Craig in the house too. I appreciate y'all coming through. I was just throwing a quick live. This is like the prelude to hopefully if I can go live tonight, I want to speak on some topics. But I just had this shit going on through my head because I don't understand it. I don't understand why people so fucking evil. I don't understand it. And the shit getting worse, man. It's getting worse. I don't honestly I don't even want to be on this YouTube app because shit pop up. And I'm curious. I like to know how people brains work. So maybe I can try to figure out why people do what they do. But we had people in psychology for millennia now, thousands of years, and they still ain't figure out why people so fucked up. And you try to focus on just the good, positive thing. That's what I try to do. Honestly, I do. But it's hard when all this negative shit is around you. And like I said, it didn't bother me until I had kids, but I'm not gonna be here forever. My kids got to deal with this shit, and it's worse. You know, our ancestors died to give us a better opportunity, and a lot of us don't take that opportunity. We don't. We don't. We don't use this opportunity to create a better condition for the people who coming after us. We selfish. A lot of us are selfish, and the sad part is that we have the ability. We have the ability to change all this shit, even with people protesting. But we too comfortable. We ain't willing to sacrifice. Not like our ancestors did. We ain't willing to sacrifice. We get out there and protest, but we ain't boycotting nothing. And that's where everything lies. Everything lies in the financial and the money. You take away their money, then they gotta listen. What they gonna do? Put us all back in slavery? And this ain't just for the black people. This is for everybody. Because eventually, when the black people are done being the punching bag, it's gonna be another race. And that's why I tell people we gotta come together as a people. You know, we gotta come together as a people because when they done with us, they go look at history. It's been done in history. Yeah, complete civilizations wiped out. Whole civilizations wiped out. So yeah, when they done with one group, they just go to the next. They just go to the next group. But they find ways to keep us divided with these categories: race, religion, politics, all this shit. Keep us separated. And we don't run none of this shit. Us individual people, we ain't got no power over none of this shit. The politics, the religion, we ain't got no control over none of it. We don't even know how the shit work. A lot of us don't know the history. We were just told we Democrats because we black. We Republicans because we white. We better than this group because of this skin color. We better than that group because of this skin color. And that make us feel better. But then you see how we get treated. We all get treated the same. It's about the have and the have nots when you get down to it. And I'm gonna say something, but I want you to think about what I said before you have an emotional reaction to it. Okay? I really want you to think about this. Because this has been beaten to our head for years. We sit here and we talk about white privilege. And I will give you this. I don't believe in white privilege, but I believe in white benefit of the doubt. And this is why I say it. Because if a black man and a white man walk down the street with a hood on, the black man is threatened because the white man get the benefit of the doubt. But guess what? It's poor ass white people too. It's white people who get beat and they suffer from a lot of the same things we suffer, but they do get the benefit of the doubt. They do. That can't be argued. You know, just the way that we were brought up and to look at things. Black is evil or bad. White is right and pure. That's the way we all equate. The only thing that I can think of black that's positive is the Black Madonna. Anything else black is negative. And they labeled us black. But white people fucked up too. White people fucked up too. And they suffer from a lot of the same things we suffer. But they do get the benefit of the doubt. They do. I can't deny that and I won't. And if anybody try to deny that, you need to look in the mirror. But a privilege, if the benefit of the doubt is a privilege, I give you that. I give you that. But it's no, they don't come out the womb rich or nothing like that. So we got to stop this beefing between races. We got to stop that because until we do, ain't shit gonna change. They keep us fighting at the bottom while they sitting at the top. We fight with one another. Who had this experience? Who had that experience? Look, we all fucked up. At the end of the day, we all are. Until we find a way to put our differences aside and focus on the things that's messing all of us up, it's gonna get worse. And I'm gonna say something too. With all this going on, what we need to be cautious of, what we really need to be cautious of is them disbanding the whole police force and bringing the military in. That's what we need to be cautious of. I just got a feeling. I just got a feeling that that's the next step. Get rid of the police and replace it with military. We got to be cautious of that. We just need to. We need to. Oh shit! So oh, Angel and Ronan, I appreciate y'all coming through. Like I said, it's just a quick live. I'm just getting some shit off my chest. But yeah, we got to do better as a people, and we all got something to offer, man. We all got something to offer, but we got to respect one another. You know, all of our experiences are different. I don't know how I feel to be a woman. You know, I sit back and listen to these dudes talk about women. Like, if you a man and you think you need to dominate a woman, Something fucked up in your head, bro. Something really fucked up in your head. How you gonna dominate something that created you? That shit is sickening, man. The way we look at women, that shit is sickening. That shit is truly sickening. Men, we got to do better, you know. And then the way society look, it's like they trying to get rid of women. They try to devalue women, like we don't need them. These are the creators. You know, we need to put women back in their rightful place. And that's the only way as men we can take our rightful place because it's too many men acting like women now. You taking on traits of women. Too many. Because all people should have a better tomorrow. All people should. Angel, that's facts, man. Ain't no look. Black is a color, and that's not a race of people. Black is not a race of people. That's a color. And ain't they stole our identity. A lot of us don't know who we are to identify with what we are. You know, a lot of us don't know who we are to identify, and that's why we so discombobulated. I'm gonna use that term. You know, and I look at them five cops. Like when you hitting somebody like that, you don't see you in that person. You can't see. Like I haven't even seen an animal get beat like that. I haven't seen an animal beat like that. But we gotta get on code. We need to get on code. We gotta protect one another because the people we put in charge, they ain't here to protect us. They not. You want to believe that or not? They're not here to protect us. They're here to keep us under control. And that's fact. There's more laws in play to keep us under control than it is to help us. There's more systems in place to control us than to help us prosper. I mean, look at the laws. Look at this. Like when I was growing up, we had after school programs. We had uh, boys and girls clubs, places that kids can go and learn and nurture the natural skills that they was born with. We didn't get that no more. Now we got more prisons than schools. We got more churches than we have schools. And what is the church? And I'm not bashing none of the churches because it is some churches that provide and help people, you know, but it's more churches that just take people money. You know, we got to start demanding more out of the people who we put in charge. We got to demand more. And if they don't give us more, we just need to stop fucking with them, period. Stop giving them support. Stop giving them money. Even on this app, stop watching shit that don't benefit you, man. People attacking one another. If that's entertainment, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. If you think people attacking one another is a form of entertainment, look in the mirror. Start demanding more from these content creators. Start demanding more. Every time you click on something and watch it, that's making them prosperous. But what are you getting out of it? It should be an even exchange with anything you do. If you give your time and energy to something, make sure you're getting something back in return. And make sure it's prosperous. Make sure you're getting something that makes your life better. If it's knowledge, information, if it's a laugh, if it's a giggle, if it's a positive emotion. If you're watching something and it's making you angry or mad or those lower vibration feelings, click off of it because that shit is influencing you, is affecting you. We got to love ourselves. And that's no knock against nobody. You know, entertainment is entertainment, but at the same time, what are you being entertained by? And if you think all this fuck shit is entertainment, you gotta look at yourself in the mirror. And a lot of times it's ugly. When we have to self reflect, it's not pretty a lot of times. But that just tells you it's an improvement that can be made. We all can improve. I seen somebody say, I'm grown, can't nobody tell me nothing. One of the content creators posted that today. I'm a grown woman and can't nobody tell me nothing. Can't nobody question me. That's fucked up. You think you can't because you older and you think you can't learn something new when it's new improvements, new information, it's new information coming out every day. And if you think the way you think is the only way and the best way, you fucked up in the head too. You fucked up in the head. And that's just fact. We're supposed to continuously grow and learn every day. You should be learning something new. And you can do that until the day you die. Because everything evolved. Information evolved. Stuff that's been hidden or lost is coming to light now. We are in the age of information. That's the age. We all can learn from one another. So if you think you know it all, you don't know shit. You're a conspiracy theorist, 22. All agree, but freedom of speech cannot be oppressed. And it can't. Oh, Tay in the building. What up, Tay? Hey, Tay, we got to get together. I really want you to build on me with that. Um, with that. I don't know if you get a chance to look at it. I believe the video is titled "Are Men a Reason Why Women Are So Aggressive?" And when you hit on that chakra, and see that's the information I want to bring. I want to bring information. And like I said, the stuff I talk about is not gonna be for everybody, and that's okay. But I'm just sharing information that helped me with my growth. That's all I can do. You know. But it's lane. Everybody got different lanes. But a lot of times, this information, like I said, was hidden that we don't understand, and that's why we need to share. But just understand we sharing information, and the information we share a lot of times is not gonna be for everybody, but it'll be for some people. It'll be for some people. But that's what we have to do. We have to keep sharing information because, like I said, there's so much shit out there that's been hidden and lost, and now it's coming back to light. You can't even in every lie. There's some truth to it, and in every lie, there's some truth to it. I apologize. I'm on my phone, y'all. I ain't on my computer, so I can't see none of it. Make this go viral. What's up, though? But yeah, we just gotta find ways to communicate with one another. We gotta find ways to build with one another because the people in charge they ain't doing shit for. And that's another thing too. We gotta start with our youth, man. We gotta start building them up to be in these power positions if we really want change. It's cool. Like I got family members that play professional football. My cousin played football now. It's cool to entertain. It's cool to make money like that. But if we don't start, we don't start putting people in power positions, like from the grassroots, from the bottom, our children, we got to start exposing them to politics. Exposing them to being scientists. We got to put our people in positions where we can have effective change, where they writing laws. They keep giving us candidates, and we got to pick out of the lesser of the two evils. Evil is evil. I mean, it don't matter who's lesser or that shit don't matter. You know, it's like saying, do we want to get hit in the stomach or in the face? That's how we vote. Do we want to take it in the face or in the stomach? It's still a blow. And if you look at that's how this country was taken over. We got to start inspiring our kids to be trailblazers and stop entertaining. Entertainment is cool. If they get a natural skill where they can sing, that's cool. Natural skill, but they can also become a scientist, become a doctor, become lawyers, become judges. That's what we need to have effective change. We need people who represent us, who can't be corrupted by the money. That's what we need. We need innovators. We gotta stop being afraid. And the shit is scary because shit, we actually alone. Just like Tay said the other night. I got cops, I got state troopers, I got a couple friends that's feds. But when I get pulled over by a cop, they can't do shit for me. And I don't know what the cop go do to me because I watch on TV them beating people that look like me. That shit is implanted in my subconscious. I don't understand. I mean, I'm just telling you my personal experience. When I see shit like that, I see me getting beat because that man looks just like me. And there's a history of that. And that shit is implanted in my subconscious. So when something happens, my first reaction ain't to call the police. My first reaction is to defend myself the best way I can possibly do. I don't feel comfortable. Like I said, I got cops in my family. I do not feel comfortable calling the police. And I don't know if I ever will. I don't. I don't. And I'm just speaking this. I'm speaking my truth. I do not feel comfortable fucking with them. I don't. If they pull me up, I comply and I do everything. But time and time again, we have seen people who did everything they was asked to do still not make it home. We have seen that time and time again. So no, I don't feel comfortable fucking with the law. I don't feel comfortable. If I go to court, I'm not gonna feel comfortable because I have seen time and time again people look like me get screwed. And it's hard to understand that if you haven't experienced that. It's hard. I understand. It's hard for me to understand what women go through, what Chinese, Asian people go through. It's hard for me to understand it. Only thing I can do is try to be empathetic towards it, is listen to their stories. That's the only thing I can possibly do because I'm not them. I don't have to experience what they experience. So for me to say X, Y, and Z or try this, try that, I had a talk with my aunt. She retired state trooper. And she told me, she said, D, I don't know what to tell you. She said, I don't. She said, because I feel the same way. And that's fucked up because she wore that uniform, but she was more proud of her. She was, she was who she was. She took pride in who she was before she took pride in the job she had. But see, my family, I'm lucky. I'm truly blessed because I know who I am. I know where I come from. And you're right, Blackbird. That's where. And then if you look at it, the name changed, but the theory hasn't. Because if y'all want to be honest, if y'all want to be honest, look up the District of Columbia and look who owned that. United States ain't shit, and this is my opinion. Fair use, YouTube. This is my opinion. The whole United States as a country ain't shit but a big ass slave ship. That's all this shit is. You don't pay your taxes, what they do. They got cameras all around. You ain't got no fucking freedom. Even this phone. This phone ain't shit but a monitoring. All these social media things, they collecting all this data, they watching everything. We don't have freedom. We got the thought of freedom. We like to think we free. They give us that. You know, yeah, y'all can think y'all free. Go try to collect some fucking rainwater. You can't even fucking collect rainwater. If I wanna extend my fucking fence on my house, I gotta go get a permit. What type of shit is that? This is my shit. I can't even put a fucking I can't build on my house unless I get a permit. And what for? This is my shit. I'm paying for it. Even after I get done paying it off, guess what? I still gotta pay property tax. And if I don't pay, they gonna come take my shit. We don't own shit. And that's not to knock this country because if you travel, if you've been around, yeah, I'm gonna just be right, real honest. America, that's why so many people flood here. We got more freedoms than a lot of other countries. This life that we live in, it ain't what we think it is. I think who was it? 22, 22. If you were here, I think you said that we been farmed. Look on the back of y'all dollars when y'all get a chance. It say debt note, meaning that the currency that we use in this country is backed on debt. They need you to be in debt so they can print more money. This is why the system is built to keep people in debt. It don't make sense why the millionaires get taxed less than the people at the bottom. What sense does that make? It don't make sense that the owner of Amazon got enough money to give everybody on this fucking planet $1 million. That don't make sense. But we keep, and I'm guilty. My wife is, I tell her all the time, she cheating on me with Amazon. We put these people in these positions, and what the fuck do they do for us? We make people rich. This shit don't trickle down. It don't. We sit here, we watch sports, we watch all this shit. They get paid off of it. What do we get? A distraction. Is it worth it? Sometimes it is. You know, it is because it make you feel good. But when your team lose, don't that make you feel bad? That shit designed that way. Fuck, we feel bad for if a team lose. That shit don't even make sense, dude. They know us better than we know ourselves. They understand emotions. That's why I speak on emotion. They understand it and they understand how to control people with it. We don't understand how to control ourselves with the emotion. That's why we get gaslighted a lot with the TV. They draw on our emotions. That's just a form of control. Yeah, Amazon do a lot of shit. But what I'm telling you is this: we don't benefit from it. We don't benefit from it. Even if you work at Amazon, you ain't. This motherfucker got $21 billion. You know what fucked me up? When I was younger, I was working at Wendy and I was making a hamburger. And then I noticed, like, hold on, bro, I done made 24 hamburgers. These hamburgers are going the combo meal that the people was ordering. That shit go at $7 a pop. I was only getting six something. Like this hamburger is worth more than me. That shit crazy. That shit is fucking crazy. This hamburger that I'm making is worth more than me. We don't even know our own value. We don't know our own value. We allow people to put a value on us. A lot of us don't determine our own value. When I left the hospital, that's what I did. I found a job within real estate and in life insurance. that I get paid off of what I did. And it's not easy, to work for commission. It's not, and it's not for everybody. But I was willing to put in the work because I knew my own value. I knew what I brought to the table. In both of those jobs, I was able to help people. So I went in with the mindset: as long as I'm helping people, I'm gonna be compensated for it. And I was. I was handsomely. It wasn't easy though. It was hard. Oh, definitely 22. The morale of the nation is crushed, maybe by design. Look, if they keep us down, they can stay up. That's just a theory, you know. As long as they keep us down, they'll be up. I hope my dog don't jump over this fence. Everything, all this shit is that's why I tell people ain't nothing broke. Ain't none of this shit broke. It's all working like it was designed to work. Even the school system. Even the school system. We complain about, how the school system is working. It's working like it was designed to. It's not, the school system ain't created to educate people. It's designed to make you better workers. I don't care what level you go to. Even when you go to college, now you just become a specialist in the field. There's not a lot of schools that teach you how to be independent, especially thinking. They took out a lot of the vocational things in school where you can learn to go be a carpenter, an electrician, a plumber. I mean, we had auto mechanic classes when I was in high school. They don't get that no more. They focus you on being a better worker. And when you come out of school, what are you in? You're in debt. And now you have to work to pay the debt off. And people put their head down. I worked with CRNA doctors, anesthesiologists. It took him 10 years to pay off his school debt. And he a damn doctor. 10 years. And when he finally did it, he was happy. He started buying all the toys and stuff. But he lived with his mom as an anesthesiologist for 10 years to pay off his school debt. That shit crazy. Like, think about that. Someone who dedicating their life to save other people's lives has to be in debt for 10 years to do a job where they saving people's lives. Make that make sense for me. If you dedicating your life to a craft that help or educate people, I think the school should be free. Because when you're a doctor, you don't call. You can't go out and party and drink and do none of this shit because you might get a call where somebody's life is in your hands. So you can't do it. They dedicate their life. Lawyer, they dedicate their life. But you gotta pay for them? Make that make sense. That shit don't even make sense. That's another thing, man. We gotta make common sense common again. Because it's so much shit going on, like the shit don't even fucking make sense. And we just accept it. Okay, that's just the way it is. No, that's bullshit. That's straight bullshit. And you're right. You're right, Craig. Shit, we still paying for shit that happened in the Gulf War. We paying for shit that happened in the Gulf War. And that's another thing. Like, if I didn't look, I don't believe in war. Like, I don't believe in it. So what the fuck I gotta fund it for? How is going overseas, fucking with other countries, keeping this country safe? How is going into Iraq keeping America safe? And I ain't no conspiracies. I see shit and I call it for what it is. Look, if you believe a plane hit them towers, you need to watch that video again. Then you need to watch a video on demolition. Because ain't no way a plane hit the top of the goddamn building and the damn building crumbled from the bottom. That ain't no, I'm sorry. And people lost their lives in that. People lost their lives. That's what I'm saying. They don't give a fuck about lives, man. They don't. They will take people out to solidify a narrative. And that's just what it is. And fair use, though. This is my own opinion. I ain't got nothing to back it, but from what I've seen, but if y'all don't understand that they will take people out to solidify an agenda and a reason. Do y'all know what the Patriot? You go look that shit up. The Patriot Act. Go look it up. Nobody pushed against it because of what happened on 9/11. No one had any fight against that act. Fuck that act put took our freedoms away. That's what that act did. We don't have freedoms as Americans no more. We were so fearful that we allowed them. We gave them our rights. That's what we did. We were so much in fear that, and it. Let's be real. Anybody know about the military? Ain't nobody coming over here to America fucking with us. You can't do it. It won't happen. You ain't sending no missiles over here. Ain't no boats coming over here with a whole bunch of people jumping off of them. Not unless America allows it. We're one of the only countries that the damn civilians are armed up like the damn military. You really think somebody will come over here fucking with us? Even if they make it to shore, we gonna fuck them up. Not even the military, the civilians. And that look, and this is not a shot against Ukraine. This is not a shot. The people of Ukraine, I feel for you that you're going through what you're going through. No one should have to go through that. But we got problems right here in the United States. And all that money they sent to Ukraine, do you understand that the money they sent over there, that shit could have built every urban city in the United States. That shit could have revamped everything. But if you got the money to send over there, why we can't build up our inner cities? Why we can't make these school system better? That's because I told y'all this shit is designed and is working properly. That's why I said we have to use common sense. How much sense do that make to give them people all that money? And they did it twice, billions of dollars twice to support them. But we can't support our own people here. Our tax dollars, the people who struggling, the people in the hood, they're working McDonald's jobs, 9 to 5, struggling, working 2 or 3 jobs, paying tax. They paid for that, but they can't get shit in return. They want to put us on welfare, give us pennies. Can't nobody live off welfare. Can't nobody live off that shit. Inflation is higher than a motherfucker. Can't nobody live off that shit. But people accept it and they find a way to do it. We have been mentally beat down so much, people accept that shit. And I know people on welfare and they're good people and they try. It's we got a lot of fucking issues. But I promise you, we can start solving them. We just gotta change the way we fucking think. That's why I talk about this shit. Your emotions control the way you perceive things. Please believe that. Please understand that. The way we look at things are attached to emotion. That's how we determine if it's good or bad, if it's right or wrong. The way we look at each other. That's why I say them 5 black cops, they were more proud to be fucking cops than they were black. I promise you that. They took more pride in being cops than black because if they were proud of being black, they wouldn't have beat that man like that. You couldn't have. I get into it with black people and I look at them and I swallow my pride. If we can't resolve something, I walk away. The only time I'm gonna ever attack, and this ain't no shot against no other race. I'm just telling you my truth. I love myself. I love who I am. I love my skin. I love my nappy kinky hair. I love my one eye only working. Everything about myself I love. So if I see somebody resembling me, I'm not trying to hurt them. I'm gonna walk away. If I can't make peace with them, I'm gonna walk away. I love myself so much. I don't care what race, color, belief, or anything that anybody is. If we having conflict, I'm gonna walk away. I got too much shit to lose, man. I got 2 kids and a beautiful wife. I love my fucking dog. That's my homie. I got shit. When shit happens, think about the things you have. And a lot of times that'll help you walk away from the fuck all that I'm hard or the ego, the pride, fuck all that shit. Love yourself enough to walk away from bullshit. If somebody coming at you for no fucking reason, understand they have nothing to lose. And they want you in the same boat. A lot of times people will come at you and attack you because they don't love themselves. And then when you engage, guess what? Now you put yourself in a position to lose your shit. They have nothing to lose in the first place. I grew up in the hood. I had stars, stripes, and bars on the street. I wasn't no gangster. I was a hustler, but I still had to get down. Fuck all that shit. None of that shit means no. I will never tell my son none of that shit because I'm not proud of it. I ain't glorifying that shit. I was stupid and I was a fucking idiot. And I'm blessed to be alive because I was in position with bullets flying over my head. I got shot in the ass. I got grazed. I got stabbed. I got so much bullshit in the street. Why would I glorify that? If you think that shit is cool, something fucking wrong with you. That was the stupidest shit I ever did. I wasted my life. I wasted time. I could have been doing something productive. I could have been creating some shit. But no, people glorify that shit. And it'd be older dudes too, glorifying that street life shit. Like, bruh, are you serious? You didn't learn then. A lot of people, they don't have a choice. I know people for a fact who had no choice but to live that type of life. I know people. So I'm not knocking it at all. I'm not knocking it. But even those people, when they made it out of it, they were blessed. And they never turned around and look and they don't even talk about the shit no more. Because it was something they had to do to get where they at now. They were in survival mode. Me, I was the stupid. I didn't have to do it. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't have to do it. My mom was a nurse. And my stepdad wasn't shit. And that's part of the reason why I did it. It's because he was into that shit. But my mom was a nurse. And she provided everything that we needed to survive, to maintain, to grow. She did that. I wanted more. I wanted more. So I followed my step pop's lead. I followed the family lead and like I said, I did a lot of stupid shit. And I'm blessed to be alive. So I'm not gonna glorify that, especially to these young dudes. A lot of these young dudes got so much fucking potential, and they got no one rooting them on, no one encouraging them, no one telling them there's another way. So they're in an environment, and they adapt to it. So I can't throw rocks and stones at them. I can't fault them because I'm not there telling them it's another way. I'm not there showing them it's another way. So how can I blame them? It's easy to look at things and judge it. It's easy. And I'm gonna be honest. I tried, but it wasn't that many of us. It's gonna take an army of us to go to these youth. It can't be one or two. That shit ain't gonna work because the negative influence is greater than that. It's gonna take many of us to go back to these kids who don't have fathers, whose mothers are probably working 2 jobs, trying to keep the lights on, food on the table. So she can't give all the attention that child needs. It takes a village. It's gonna take a bunch of us, not just one, not just two, not just 10. It's gonna take. If we want to help these youth, it's gonna take a lot of us. I can go down there by myself and talk to a couple people and give them hope for a day, but then tomorrow will go come, and what they gonna do? I can't go down there every day. I still got responsibilities too. So that's why it's hard. That's why it's hard because it's not just one or two. We can sit and talk all day. We can do it all day. But until we start actually doing shit, nothing gonna change. It feel good to talk though, right? That shit feel good because at least we talking, and that's a start. But eventually we gonna have to do something, even if it start on here. We all come together and make a channel and talking to the young boys. But we gonna need the people in the house around these young boys to put them in front of the TV, and eventually we can go to them in person. Because of some people, I'm not in every state, so if some people see us doing it on here, maybe they'd be like, "Yeah, I want to help." Now I see somebody trying to do something, and that's a lot of times. If we start something and people see it's moving, they'll jump on the train. But we starting something now by having these conversations. We ain't on here beefing with one another. We ain't on here trying to break one another down. Not in this group, not in this circle. We ain't doing that. We come in here, we talking and we uplifting one another. And the group is growing. There's more people coming through. So that's a start. But what's the next step? What we gonna do next? What we gonna do next? Yeah, but I didn't want to be on here long. I just wanted to come and drop some thoughts. I appreciate y'all coming through, but let me get back in this house for my wife kicked my ass. I ain't even know I've been on here for an hour. I'm surprised she ain't in the chat. But yeah, that's what we gotta do. We gotta support one another. And like I said, we all got different skills and different information that we can offer one another. We can bring it together because like I said, when you start getting groups of people, we're gonna have different type of people. So as long as we coming together and people got their own specialty and lane, we'll have something for everybody. Anybody who come to us, we'll have something for them. And that's just what we need to do. But we have to come together and we gotta stay together. We gotta build like we've been doing. And Scorp, you know I rock with you. And I don't know. I'm gonna have to maybe you can make Nate a raccoon proof vest. Cause we don't want Nate getting taken out by no raccoons. We gotta keep Nate safe. Oh yeah, let me get off here. Let me get off here. But hopefully, my son cool tonight. I'll be back on because I do want to go into depths um about the Trey Nicholas, and I want to talk about Ricky Smiley's son losing his life. Because no matter how good we think we got it, sometimes we all got demons. And I don't know the details on this stuff, but I'm about to look that up. Hey Nate, no shooting raccoons, bro. But I appreciate y'all rocking with me for this hour. Um, I appreciate y'all. But I'm out.